The Vast of Night is a low-budget science fiction movie that is most definitely influenced by the Twilight Zone. This is a story that's set in the late 50s in a small town in New Mexico that has some kind of experience. We follow two characters of Faye and Everett. Faye is a switchboard operator. Everett is the local DJ giving his radio show at night, and on this faithful night in this small town, a lot of things are going to go on as we follow these two characters and discover these strange occurrences, and a lot of exposition story that comes out throughout it as well. Now, what I really did like about this one was a lot of the camera work and a lot of the movement in the way that the director captures busy scenarios. As we open up at the start, we're following Everett as he meets Faye at a town basketball game where the game's going to take off. It's beforehand. The crowds are starting to fill up the stadium. We've got lots of people moving about, lots of different parts trying to make things work, and just the camera movement and the way that it controls through these crowded scenes just gives the idea of life in this small town, the idea that everybody knows each other and has that community kind of spirit. And then we kind of join up with Faye and Everett as they're connecting, talking over a radio recorder, and they're testing it out as he walks her to her job before going to his job. And when she sits down taking over the switchboard, she starts to have this phone call that she's picking up, and it's just these strange, unusual sounds that she hasn't heard before. She contacts Everett, plays it for him, and that kind of snowballs the rest of the story. There is minimum characters here, there is minimum set pieces. Like I said, it is a low budget movie, but at no point does it feel small. We have this driving mystery throughout the movie as pieces are slowly revealed. Now, it is done in an almost borderline clunky manner with exposition, people phoning in with reasons and lots of information that realistically probably wouldn't happen in this scenario, but it adds to the mystery, it builds more upon it and drives it forward for the viewer. And ultimately, I really did like the characters of Faye and Everett. I was really curious about this mystery and where exactly it was going to lead. And there are large portions of time where she leaves the switchboard for an elongated period of time. Everett leaves the radio station, and there's got to be dead noise or nobody doing their job, but it never really seems to escalate because they've got this event on, this basketball game that everybody in town is at. You get this historic idea of possible alien encounters, or is it just people who are a little bit kooky, a little bit weird and wacky? The movie doesn't really leave you with many answers either, and it may not be a completely satisfying ending for everybody, but ultimately the camera work is terrific. The staging and use of the way it has this ethereal camera is just wonderful. The idea of this town, even though you only see it sparingly at the start and at the end, creates this community aspect, and you get two really interesting lead characters in the form of Everett and Faye to follow on their adventure. And although nothing's perfect about the movie, it is a little bit clunky, it is a little bit not fully polished as it could be, it still creates this wonderful mystery and gives really good characters that I was interested in spending time with. I like this small town, I like the people, and I like the tale involved. It has these moments where it jumps out as though somebody is watching a really old tube TV, even alluding to the Twilight Zone as well throughout the movie, and it feels odd and maybe an unnecessary trope to use because the story is strong enough without that kind of element. But it is a movie that at the end I really did enjoy. I think it was worthwhile checking out. It's a little bit different. Not everybody's going to love this, but if it's your kind of catnip, I think you're going to just fall in love with it. I'd love to know your opinion of the movie Vast of Night. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.